So this is a real world application, okay? I know some people think of mathematics and they think, oh, there's no application to my life. Well, you see, there are some serious applications to math concepts. So here's the situation that was happening. There's an event that was taking place, and it's a men's retreat. And there was going to be about 15 guys that were going to travel. Actually, there's more than 15, but I'm just using 15 in the situation here. And so there's 15 guys traveling to this event. There's two options though. One guy or somebody has a van. That van, okay, and actually in this situation, they didn't have the 15-seater option. But imagine there's a 15-seater van option, okay? But that van gets 15 miles per gallon, okay? So 15 miles per gallon for that van. And then there are a few guys, 3 of them, that have sedans like Toyota Corollas. Okay, we're going to use Toyota Corollas in this example. What I want to do is I want to show you what the mathematics side will say, and then we're going to look at another side of it. Okay, so here's the situation. You have 2 options. Should they use the van or should they use the sedan? Well, initially you might think, oh, the van might work better or whatever, but now we have to put the numbers to the test. So here's what we're going to try. We're going to write out the gas mileage, 15 miles per gallon for the van and 45 for the sedan. Or maybe they were using a Toyota Prius or something like that. Okay, if you think the Corolla can get up to 45. The trip is 450 miles round trip to this retreat. Okay, and we have 2 scenarios here. The first scenario, we take 450 miles, we work the math, and we get 30 gallons is necessary to drive to the retreat. We take the 450 miles, same distance, and we use 45 miles per gallon here, and we get 10 gallons. But there's 3 sedans though. So that means it'll be 30 gallons overall using those 3 sedans. So we can do 3 sedans with 30 gallons, or we can use the van and 30 gallons. Either way, we get the same answer in this case, right? So mathematically, you've justified, okay, using one option or the other. In this case, notice that it doesn't matter. But you now look at questions of comfort, like which is more comfortable? Driving with 5 guys in Toyota Corollas or driving a big van that would fit everyone? Notice that now you can drive the van knowing that, you know, it was a good financial investment going with the van, because it wasn't a terrible loss, right? Because your gas mileage is not as good, it wasn't a terrible loss. However, isn't it interesting, looking at this scenario, this real world situation, you can then say, we're driving the van because, number 1, financially we're okay, it's the same price. Number 2, we only have 1 person driving at a time, right? And all the guys can be together in the van. Even though that could get a little rowdy in one van, but that's okay. I mean, in terms of people trying to talk, and if you want to coordinate everybody talking at the same time, that could get a little tricky. What I mean is, if everybody was having conversations together as a whole versus smaller groups having conversations, that would be part of the advantage of driving the sedans, is that these 5 guys would have a conversation in one car, 5 in another. But now let's think about the problem and say, what if there's 20 people? What if there's 25 people? What is 30 people? And what if you have a coach boss option? Do you see how the math problem begins to change? So let's remember that math has practical applications every day. I just thought I'll share this with you. This is actually a practical example, a practical situation that we look at in my pre-algebra course, which students can now order and is available on my website. But I have a pre-algebra course that takes them through ratios and proportions, fractions, decimals, percent. And this is a practical application to show them how this connects to real life. Math has some serious applications, and I hope that we will thank mathematicians for helping with putting together different ways for us to think about how to think of the world. So just thought I'll share this one with you. Have a blessed week. Thanks for watching.